watched anything like that before?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah?
a lot of stuff.
How does it make you feel?
It's gnarly. It's gnarly.
How does that make you feel?
Sad.
Yeah. Do you think it's possible to change that?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How do you think?
If people don't eat meat or go against killing animals to be fed.
Yeah. No, that's exactly right.
These are all male chickens, and since male chickens will never lay eggs, they're deemed useless to the egg industry, and so they're ground up alive. They're just tossed into a macerator, or sometimes they're thrown into a trash bag and left to suffocate.
We, as consumers, have full power to make this stop. So that's why we are raising awareness, show people this is what happens behind closed doors. And, if we want to stop contributing to that, we can. It's simply choosing where we put our dollar.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Do you think that's something that you'd like to explore?
Yeah, absolutely.
When you watch something like that, how does that make you feel?
Horrible.
Yeah?
We feel horrible. Well, that's what we eat.
Yeah, do you think it's necessary?
Not really.
Does it change your opinion about eating eggs at all?
Yes. Well,
Yeah?
luckily I don't like eggs anyways.
You don't like eggs?
No.
Well, that's good.
But I like chicken.
You like chicken?
That's just as worse. Just as bad.
Oh yeah.
Do you find the prospect of not eating meat or cheese or what have you, eggs, do you find that daunting or overwhelming?
I mean, you can get used to things like if you think it's for a good cause and not see animals suffer. I think you can get rid of eating things that are hurting others. You know what I mean? To feed yourself.
That's such a good outlook to have. Do we need to do this to survive, to live a full, healthy, happy life?
I mean, it's people's choices, I guess. Because obviously there's vegetarians and vegans that live healthily, but
Do you think it is a personal choice though when there's a victim on the other end who didn't have a choice?
like the animals.
Yeah.
I mean, same aspect in hunting.
Same aspect as what?
Same aspect as hunting. Well,
Hunting?
to a certain extent, but obviously these guys are entrapped, and the way they're doing it's a little different.
There is a free program. It's called Vegan 22, and you get 22 days of full support. Like if you want to start transitioning to plant-based, you work with a mentor, and they give you all the information you need, step by step, in a way that is not overwhelming. And the reason it's 22 days is because it takes 21 days to build a new habit. So 22 days cements it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So take a
I'll
look.
look it
and
up. Yeah.
those
thank
are
you.
just other resources on YouTube, Netflix that you can take a look at. If you have any questions like about anything, just let me know.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Have you ever tried any of the vegan alternatives to chicken? Have you been to the grocery store?
We do a lot of like veggie crumbles and
Veggie crumble, nice.
tofu
Yeah.
and stuff. My best friend is a vegetarian, and my other best friend is a vegan. So
Oh, wow.
so they're always
So
telling me, yeah.
you're pretty much coached up then,
Yeah.
huh?
I just refuse to watch the videos.
A lot of us didn't know this happened. Did you know this happened?
Sometimes we do know, but just don't want to face the truth, you know?
That's a good point. And that's why we have the signs.
That's right. We don't want to face the truth.
Do you think the industry wants you to know about this?
No, of course not.
Because,
All the business will go down.
yeah.
That's all that matters.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that about those little chicks.
You know, I didn't know this either, and this was one of the first things that started to really tug at my heartstrings,
Yeah.
and what made me begin to open my eyes and realize that simply going to the grocery store and what you buy has massive impacts, that it doesn't even feel like you're causing this.
Right. Right.
But simply by buying into the product, you're creating a demand for the product.
We became this race from what? From eating meat, right?
Right.
So now that we should change that.
Well, it's a modern society. Do you think we have choices now that they might have not had before?
So you
We have
think
supermarkets. Most of Western society doesn't hunt.
Yeah. So we should. Wait, what?
Most of Western society, we're not hunters.
No, California.
California and most of Western
to their food anymore.
A lot of people do.
in the
can go to a
Midwest.
grocery store.
In the Midwest, sure, but
Yeah, go to the grocery store and what? Buy meat?
Yeah, but you can buy other stuff to eat.
yeah.
But
Back
okay.
then they didn't have grocery
Wait,
stores.
but wait.
The organic ones are as bad too.
Well, the thing about organic, free range, cage free, those are all phrases that have come to mean various things. They're all open to interpretation. So for example, cage free simply means that the chicken does not live in a literal cage. So to get around that, what factory farms do is they have these big sheds and it's a big open room. And so they'll put 20,000, 30,000 chickens into a single room. So now they're cage free, but they're still crammed into a room where they are forced to, they never see the sun, they have no access to the outdoors, but they're cage free.
I eat meat. Do I support that? No. I think
Yes,
that's
you do
sick.
by buying. Yeah. So
Since I buy it, so if I raise a chicken, cut its head off and eat it, is that okay?
is that what you're doing now?
No.
Okay, so that's a moot point.
The meat industry, the dairy industry, and the egg industry, they're mostly exploitative industries in terms of females, because females produce milk, females lay eggs. Males don't do either of those things, but you still have the same number of males and females being born. And so that's why all of the male chickens are ground up alive, or sometimes they're just thrown out with the trash or left in plastic bags to suffocate, or they will put them into gas chambers and kill them, because you can't have, I mean, what are we going to do with all these? What's that?
So they're not dancing?
They're not dancing? No, they're not
I was
dancing.
like, they're gonna dance.
No, they're not dancing.
What do you think needs to happen in order for a mother cow to make milk? Like logically speaking, like most mammals, right? You need to be pregnant to make milk, right? So how do you think we get them pregnant? Do you know? It's okay. Like most people don't know. That's why we're showing this. So basically, we need to impregnate them. We need to use forceful artificial insemination. When does any mammal produce milk?
Yeah,
When they're pregnant.
exactly.
So we keep them pregnant. Then the baby's born. We take the baby away. If it's a male calf, it goes into veal. If it's female, it goes back into dairy. And we re-impregnate the cow when she stops producing milk. So she loses maybe about 5 babies in her lifetime. How does that make you feel?
That's really gnarly.
Do you think it's possible to change that though?
There might be.
Yeah, how?
I mean, I'm lactose intolerant, so I do almond milk and
You're not
cashew
lactose
milk.
intolerant. Let me make that clear. You're just not a baby cow.
It's not a baby cow?
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Actually, 75% of the world population is lactose intolerant, or should we say lactose normal, because it's the majority. When the calf is born, it is taken away. If it's a male calf, it goes straight to veal production. If it's female, it goes back into the industry. So then the mother cow produces milk. She's milked and milked and milked, and when she goes dry, she is re-impregnated. So now you have mother cow having a calf about every year, and she loses about 5 children total in her lifetime. And you know, mother cows, they bond with their children. We as compassionate human beings, when we see something like that,
Yeah, it's terrible.
absolutely,
Yeah,
right?
terrible.
You're a
Yeah.
good person, you have a
Terrible.
good heart,
Yeah, terrible.
so you don't want to support that.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
When they can no longer produce milk, they are downed. They are trying to make them get up, usually through electrocution or fire, or poking them, or breaking their tails, or twisting them, and then they go straight to the meat industry. That's where your ground beef comes from, you know, because it's
That's where I come from. I don't think that you need it to survive. but
okay.
You need to eat meat. Like
For what? What's in meat that we need?
everything.
What's
Like-
everything?
You like pigs? I like pigs too.
I love pigs.
Do you eat pig?
Yeah.
You eat pig? You love pig, but you eat pig. How can that possibly be?
For a while.
You stopped for a little
Yeah.
while? What made you go back to eating pigs?
My family.
Your family?
Yeah, 'cause-
You still live at home?
Yeah, I'm 17, so yeah.
Is it hard to...
Well, yeah, because like my whole family, like they just eat meat.
Do they tell you that you have to eat meat?
I try not to, but my grandma, she's like, no, because like our family eats meat.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't eat any animal products myself, but my family does.
Yeah.
And so I can understand how, like, living at home. But do you get into conversations with your parents about it at all?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
You should try to talk to them about it.
That's scary.
This is all in our hands as consumers, you know? We are putting our dollars into that. And does it feel like it aligns with your values? Yeah. You know, people look at this and they're like, oh, that's just, you know, sometimes, not all the time. And it's really everywhere.
People that don't have a heart.
Like any mammal, we wean at a very early age. So do we really need milk or yogurt or dairy
Or is
to
that
stay
just
healthy?
Is that just their way of making money?
Exactly, but there are alternatives. There are so many. I mean, now you go to the supermarket, what do you see? Like right next to the milk.
Yeah, almond milk, cashew milk, flaxseed milk, which is long.
Oh, you know your milks, yeah? Do you think milk is necessary for humans to survive? Like, when did you stop drinking milk? As a baby?
All the time.
No, you don't. You drink almond milk.
I drink milk and
Well, that's
coffee
great.
every day.
That's almond milk.
Yeah.
That's
But
great.
I also,
That's fantastic. No, but
He
that's
drinks almond milk.
You're making compassionate choices and you don't even realize it.
no, I really do. I'm not trying to fight you.
Okay.
I think it's a problem. I totally like
Okay.
this. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I get it, but I also think that you guys are a little extreme as well.
So do you think?
No, totally. And
So do you think what's happening in these videos is not extreme?
No, totally, 100%.
Okay.
But I don't think
So-
that it's. I don't think that it's
Do you think?
99%.
Do you think not killing is extreme or not extreme?
Not killing one.
Not killing animals, is that extreme or not? Or is that extreme or not
We
extreme?
need to kill animals. Yes.
Why?
To eat. You need meat. You need.
But you haven't answered my question. Why do you need meat? What's in meat that we need? You can name anything that you think.
Do you think so?
No, answer that because I haven't gotten an answer yet.
No, I haven't. I don't have an answer for you. But
Okay.
I'm just saying, can
We
you
don't
get the
need
same? Can you get the same nutrients from meat that you get in fake meat,
Plant-based meat.
plant, whatever,
Sure.
whatever?
Okay.
Can't.
Well, you don't even know. You're not telling me the nutrients.
I don't know, but I just
Okay,
know you can't.
so the
it's
thing
fake.
about-
I mean, it's fake.
So
it's
when
fake.
you have all the information, you can make choices. Because when you don't have all the information, you can't make the right choice. Protein, zinc,
Okay.
iron.
No, I have a question for you. This is great.
You
'Cause
keep asking
no.
me questions, but I'm answering.
Okay,
them.
no, well, no, it's great.
I know it's difficult if you're living at home because my family is not vegan. I'm the only vegan in my family, and I understand that. So I think that if you share with your parents how much this means to you, make it important to you. You know, don't try to convince your dad or your mom to care about pigs and chickens. That's a little bit of a harder sell, I would say. But if you say, no, this is important to me, you know, this really means a lot to me and I really don't want to be a part of this anymore, you might be surprised by what they say.
That's how it is, man. It's rough, man.
Well, do you think it has to be that way?
100% not, but there's just
Exactly.
nothing that we can do. Nothing. The only thing that will
You know-
change will be World War III, like a little.
Well, what do you think
I
about
promise.
this?
That's
What do you think about the next time you go to the grocery store? Instead of buying cow milk, you buy soy milk or almond milk or cashew milk or coconut
Me and
milk.
my mom started like
they started, but I'm like,
the taste is not good.
You don't like soy milk? Have you tried cashew milk or almond milk or hemp milk or oat milk? You've tried all those milks? Are you being honest with me? You've tried all the...
not all of them.
Because I don't eat dairy and I haven't tried all of them. There's 30 different types of plant milks.
Milk and soy milk.
Okay.
And goat milk.
But have you had the ones that are flavored with vanilla, flavored with chocolate? There's sweetened, there's unsweetened.
I bought the almond milk to use it in my smoothies now.
Yeah.
I don't put anything else, but.
But do you notice a difference between that
Yeah, it's kind of like.
and the cow milk in a smoothie when there's like fruit and veggies? Well, it's mostly water, but cow milk is mostly water as well.
Do you feel motivated to make a change? don't be afraid. I was there too. I was being
know.
like completely honest. What's
it
holding
really-
you back?
What's holding you back?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like
I don't know how to answer that.
changing habits. Does that seem daunting? Is it the taste?
I really do enjoy steak.
Yeah.
I enjoy meat. Yeah.
If
Most
do you want us to
people
go back?
stop buying like meat
Okay.
and everything, but then everything just overpopulate.
By everything, do you mean like the chickens and the...
Animals, like animals that we eat.
Well, the reason there's so many of them is because we breed them into existence. So these animals, they don't reproduce naturally. We forcefully impregnate them to make new animals. So if you stop buying the products, then they're going to breed fewer and fewer animals into existence over time. And then eventually, you know, people will just they'll just live with pigs and live with chickens and live with
I
cows.
love pigs. Like,
They're
I
beautiful
wanna-
animals,
I
aren't
really
they?
have like a plan when I'm old.
Nice.
Like I want a lot of pigs.
Well, I can really see the wheels turning. Do you know why cows produce milk?
They're babies, right?
Exactly. See, a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people, myself included, thought that cows just produce milk, right? And they have to be milked. But cows, just like human beings, they need to be pregnant in order to produce milk.
My brother-in-law has got goats at home,
Yeah,
and he wants to go organic, so he milks his goats,
yeah.
and he keeps them for milk. He's like, Troy, this is the best milk. I'm like, no, man, you know?
Well, and so goat milk is weird,
Yeah.
right?
I don't even try to
But is cow milk weird?
No, because I mentally, I'm like, okay, it's good stuff, you know what I mean?
But you're not a baby cow.
Right.
When we give those things up, we are not really restricting our diet because we eat the same thing we used to eat. It's just plant-based. Like, have you tried an Impossible Burger?
I have Beyond Beef.
Yeah, Beyond Meat.
It
Yeah,
was amazing.
yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. It tasted really good. I actually just had this conversation the other day that sometimes like the veggie burgers end up tasting a lot better because they put more seasoning in it. Different.
Yeah. In fact, that's what we do with any animal flesh. Like, we make steak, we make chicken. What do we put in it? Rosemary, hickory smoke. We make animal flesh taste like plants. So we can do that with plants.
I mean, it's the way the nature is, even for humans. I mean, you know, humans are not just born up there just, hey, eat leaves, you know? It
Well-
was like, we're supposed to hunt. We're supposed to, I mean, we'll go 1,000 years back, you know?
Yeah, but we don't live 1,000 years back.
Very true.
It's
I
28.
mean,
You can go to Ralph's and you can get vegetables and fruits and grains and beans.
I agree.
And if you do want some recipes, I actually co-host a cooking show on YouTube with my fiance, and you can check us out. We're called Those Annoying Vegans.
That's funny.
We've got over 60 recipes. We've got burger recipes, pizza recipes, stuffed shells, pasta, all sorts of stuff. So hopefully between this and between this card, you both got anonymous for the Voiceless cards, these black cards. Awesome. So go home to Netflix, you watch those documentaries, you can check out our channel if you need recipes. And really vote with your dollar, because the only reason that this continues is because people keep paying for eggs and cheese and meat. But what would happen if no one bought eggs? They'd stop making eggs, wouldn't they? Thank you so much for talking to me. You guys have a wonderful evening.
We're trying to show you stuff that the industry does not want to show you.
Right.
Like
No.
you said, like
Yeah, and I
Like,
agree
not
with that.
everyone
Yeah.
sees videos like this.
No,
Like,
yeah.
I search them and I've never even
Okay,
seen
yeah.
those.
because
And
they
I
don't
agree.
want you. This is
So
all.
if you sat there and watched them, would you want to go eat chicken nuggets after it?
Right. It's a good question.
I mean,
Like,
it sucks, but like,
it's inhumane though. It is. Like,
but there are places that do it humanely as well.
Too expensive. You can't even afford it.
You can afford beans and rice and potatoes.
Well,
And,
yeah, but I'm saying if you go all organic and all,
no, I can't live without meat.
oh no, I don't buy all organic. I mean, yeah. You can't live without meat? Do you think it's possible to be healthy without meat?
I can't. I love meat too much. I'm Romanian. We grow on meat.
Yeah, but we're not that much, you know.
I try not to.
I only eat chicken and turkey, but that's what I like.
The thing is
you-
people educate
I like
themselves,
it. I
like
eat
you
it like
said,
every
even
day.
turkey, if you see them where, you know.
Oh, I
if you
know.
see
We
vegan
tried
food-
going. Well, Abby tried going vegan, and it was hard.
Well, do you eat the turkey or the chicken? Do you ever eat it raw? So do you think you like the taste of turkey and chicken?
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
But what do you
a sandwich.
what do you season it? What do you season it with? Do you season it?
Yeah.
You do like salt, pepper, oregano, rosemary, garlic, onion. Those are all plants.
Yes.
So you actually like the taste of plants.
Well, yeah, I like to taste plants on the meat, not plants on other plants. She
Yeah, but
But-
she doesn't like
See, the thing
veggies.
is, I didn't like vegetables. I didn't like that too, but I like vegetables, grilled vegetables.
I love vegetables
You know,
too,
like
yeah.
Salads, like you know, we're not that big on meat though, you know.
Right.
Like kids do, you know.
In Minnesota, where I'm from, people rely on hunting, shooting animals. That's how they eat.
Let's not worry about them. Let's
Well,
worry
that's
about
where I'm
you.
from. That's-
You have choices here. You live here, right?
Okay, I've never done anything like that. Ever.
Okay, but we're putting our dollars into that. Get that?
I agree. This is terrible. Yeah, I agree. This is terrible. What do you want me to say? This is terrible. Okay.
Okay.
But okay.
So that's an honest reaction, and that's a normal reaction.
No,
It's supposed to be terrible. I mean, no one wants to pay for that.
They're just laughing.
How many times? I've said probably 5 times now that I agree. This is f***ed up.
Yeah. So what's the resistance?
He's
Like
from
I
Minnesota.
said, no,
and
this
he's
is
a
great.
hunter.
No, this is great.
There is a 22-day program. It's free. They give you a mentor. You're assigned a mentor, and they guide you through 22 days of just full support, step at a time, nothing overwhelming, any questions you have, where to eat, what to eat. And the reason it's 22 days is because it takes 21 days to build a new habit. So it's 22 days to just punch it in. So take a look at that and see, you know, the thing is, as consumers, we have so much power. All of this is in our hands. This keeps happening because we keep paying for it.
Exactly.
So thanks for watching. Thanks for talking.
For sure. I do think it's something really good that you guys are doing out here.
Thank you. I mean,
Even though I just ate a steak and shrimp over there.
so yeah, no problem. Like if you are at all curious as to how to make a change in your individual lives, consider choosing the compassionate choice, going the compassionate route. You know, you go to the store, you have milk here, almond milk's right next to it, and now there's like a billion different kinds of milk. You know, so you know, all of us, we're in the same boat. I ate meat till I was 27. Yeah.
It's never too late.
Absolutely.
Never change that.
Well, take this before you go. There's some resources there, and 22-day challenge. They guide you through step-by-step process on how to completely give up animal products.
Thank you for you guys for sharing all this.
Yeah, thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.